All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah being the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now, when you look at the red dragon in Revelations 12 and 17, which they call a red beast also, a scarlet beast. Scarlet means red. And the red horse meaning power, the red power or power meaning kingdom, you get a deeper understanding of what the prophets was trying to convey to their people. And the Greeks burnt the law or burnt the scriptures because the scriptures was exposing what they were, who they were pretty much, and what would happen to them in the future. Then the Romans would go through your paperwork and see what you got. Then even in the 1800s, around about the 1830, when you had Gabriel Prosser, you had David Walker, you had a guy named Pennington. They wrote books and pamphlets to their people. They start to make literacy laws here in America and outlaw the writings. So it was gonna pretty much stop them from revolting and trying to run away off the plantation, trying to escape. So they was cutting off the communication pretty much. Same thing is why when they got the records, they formulated one of the greatest lies and one of the greatest misconceptions. You see, they formulated the fall of the chosen nation in Genesis chapter 6 and said that was the fall of the angels, not the sons of God who was on earth, but the sons of God that was in heaven. You see, they started sleeping with women when it was the chosen nation, the ruling nation, started sleeping with regular common people who wasn't rulers. It's like the royal class sleeping with peasants. You see that in all the movies. That's what happened in Genesis 6. So when you get to Revelation, and then it talks about the fall of the great red dragon, they say that dragon was angels. You see, because it said the dragon's angels fell with him. And angel goes back to military or army. So they twisted that up and made it seem like God's angels rebelled against him. When Psalms 103 verse 20 says that his angels obey him and do what he tells them to do. None of them rebel against him. And King David would have brought up a situation. If it had happened, he would have knew about it. But he never talked about any such thing as a angel rebelling against God. So now you go into why was the dragon called red? Let's get into Revelation chapter 12. Verse 12. Yeah, Revelation chapter 12, Salakia. Chapter 12, verse 3 is saying, there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon. Okay, now this great red dragon, it was described as red for a reason. Now this same great red dragon was doing something. Look at verse 4. It say, and his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven and did cast them to the earth, and the dragon stood before the woman. So this dragon stood before the woman. And this wasn't no angel standing before the woman or the nation of Israel. Uh, because the nation of Israel produced the Son of God, the Son of Man, Yahweh Shai, who the ignorant call Jesus Christ. The nation of Israel produced this Son and delivered this Son. And so the dragon that was over them was this red dragon was the Edomite nation, the children of Esau, who was calling themselves Romans at the time, because they was living in Rome, and so they was calling themselves Romans. But we know they go back to the children of Esau. That's why they was called the red dragon, because Rome was known as the dragon. But the red dragon, let you know that this is talking about Edom, because Edom means red, and it means that Edom is the children of Esau. And so you got that. Then go to 17, and it says in verse 3, it says, so he carried me away in the spirit in the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet or red colored beast. Now this beast, it says it has 7 heads and 10 horns. The dragon had 7 heads and 10 horns. Let's go back. The great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns. See, this the same nation is talking about, a beast or the dragon. Now let's get that beast in Daniel. Daniel chapter 7. Okay. Look at 17. It say, these great beasts which are 4 are 4 kings which shall arise on the earth. So a beast is a kingdom. You see, this red beast is a kingdom, and it's or a nation, because a kingdom go for a nation, and this nation is the nation of Edom. You see, let's get Malachi real quick. Malachi chapter 1 verse 4. It says, as whereas Edom says, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus says the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them, meaning everybody in that nation, the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. So Edom was known as the wicked. So you go to Job 9 and 24. It said the earth, the whole earth, is given into the hand of the wicked. See, the whole earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And so when it says this beast or kingdom, it was a nation. Now when you go back to Revelation, look at what this nation, this beast, was going to do. Because it said the woman, it was a woman on the beast. Let me get look at that verse 13. It says, these have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. So this beast that has 7 heads, 10 horns, all the kings was going to give their power to him. So it's all the same thing. So the 18 is say, and the woman which you saw is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. So the woman and the beast was together. She was riding. Let's look at it. Verse 3 say, I saw a woman sit upon the scarlet beast. So the woman sat upon the scarlet beast, and both of this woman and the scarlet beast reigned over the kings of the earth. See, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, into the hand of the red nation or Edomites. Look at Revelation 6 and 4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red. See, just like Esau. And power was given to him that sit thereon to take peace from the earth. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. You see? And that they shall kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. Who was given a great sword? Genesis 27 and 40. Esau was crying about a blessing. But look at 38. He said, Esau said unto his father, have you but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. So his father Isaac said to him in verse 40, and by thy sword shall you live. So he was going to live by his sword because he was given a great sword. And it says, you shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when you shall have the dominion or the rulership of the earth, when the earth is given into your hands, that you shall break his yoke from off your neck. So when you have the rulership of the earth in your hands, when the earth is given to you, you're going to have a great sword, and you're going to take peace from the earth, because the whole earth is going to be in your possession. You see, this is the red dragon. Now let's get that dragon again in additions to Esther 10 and 6, 10 and 7. It says, and the two dragons are I and Ammon. Now mind you, Ammon was an Edomite from Amalek. Haman went back to Amalek when you read the book of Esther. But they called him a dragon. Okay. And then let's see here. Let's try 11 and 6. It says, and behold, two great dragons came forth ready to fight, and their cry was great. So these was two people that was from where Haman was from, or they was family to Haman. And so they was called great dragons. So the great red dragon is Edomites. They was always called dragon. When you go to Job, where the Edomites dwell in the land of Uz. Let's see here. Back to 9 and 24, right there by. Oh no, I'm sorry. By Job 30. Let me get that. Job 30. Okay, Job 30. Let's see, where is it? Okay, 29. Job 30 and 29, it say, I am a brother to dragons. So Job, which was an Israelite, said he is a brother to dragons and a companion to owls. Now they got an owl on the dollar. Drake wear the owl because it represents these Edomites. See, the Bohemian Grove, they got an owl over there where they sacrifice children. The government of the United States of America. You see, this is what they do. And the dragon represents these Edomites, or a serpent because the dragon can go forth, can go for a serpent also. So pretty much that's the history of the so-called white man and the dragon. When you look at Rome, it's very clear, and it comes all the way to America, where this red dragon is standing over the children of Israel, having them, oppressing them, as Isaiah 14 said. That let me end it on Isaiah 14. Okay, Isaiah 14. 2, it says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. See, the Edomites were standing over this red dragon, or the Edomites were standing over the nation of Israel, because they had the nation of Israel in captivity. Look at verse 4 again. It said, and his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven. That third part was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. They had them in captivity, or paying taxes, which is similar, the same thing as captivity, and walking around their nation, or nations where they was residing at. It says, and the dragon stood before the woman. See, the nation of Edom, the children of Esau was standing before the nation of Israel as the slave masters, or just like Isaiah 14 said, that they're gonna oppress the Israelites is gonna. Let me get that in Amos before I close out. The Israelites is gonna put them in captivity. Let's get that Amos 9 and 12. It makes it plain. It say that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathen, which is called by my name. It said, and that they I will raise up the tabernacles of David. The tabernacles of David is the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom of Israel, and the Lord promises to raise it up again. So this is pretty much the history of the so-called white man and the dragon. Let me get the final one. 2nd Ezra 69. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So I'm going to leave it there. All praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Hashem, Kakadash, double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native American descendants of slaves scattered around the globe. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.